Hey guys, it's Crys'Dawna from Bella Renovari, obviously, if you're on my page. So I have had a lot of people ask me about wet distressing and dry brushing. So I just wanted to go over it with you guys. I'm also going to be doing a blog post on this piece and how to do it also. So if you, hopefully this is informative for you, but hold on a second. I'm going to pull this closer. Okay. So this little dresser right here is super cute. What you're going to need for this is you're going to need obviously the paint that you want. To wet distress stuff, you obviously need layers to distress. So what I picked for this piece is the base coat is Blueberry by Dixie Belle, and that is one coat. So it's kind of crazy because it's one coat and the coverage on it is unreal. So what I did is I did the entire piece. There's actually a mirror up here too. I did the entire piece in one coat of Dixie Belle's Blueberry. And then this is for a client, so she wanted like a navy blue color. So I did this side in navy. So this is painted over the Blueberry, okay? And this is what we're going to wet distress. I waited till it was dry. This part right here is a little bit wet, but I waited till it was dry so I could show you guys how to wet distress. So I used Dixie Belle's in the navy on this side. And then I'm also going to show you guys how to dry brush. And so I have Haint blue right here. So we're going to keep with the blues. Okay, so let me give you the steps first, okay? When you do your base coat, you're going to do all one color, or some of my pieces, if you've seen the wet distressing, there's different colors that come through. So either you can do all one color, or you can do like colors all over the place, and that's going to be your base coat. It's going to look crazy at first if you do one that's got colors all over the place, but I promise you it will look really cool once you distress it. So after you do your base coat, whether it's a solid color or it's a bunch of different stuff, you're going to do a clear coat on it. I just like to use the spray lacquer because I'm lazy. I don't want to brush. But you could use any kind of polyacrylic, shellac, whatever, gator hide, whatever it is that you want to use. I just prefer to use the spray can because it's easier. Hi, Megan. So it's easier for me and because I'm lazy. So hi, Teresa. So anyways, after you do your base coat, whether you do a solid color or you do a bunch of different colors, you're going to seal it. It just makes it easier for when you do wet distress, it's less likely to go down to the wood and you're going to be able to see the actual color because this will be sealed. So unless you're scrubbing really hard, then you're going to see the color underneath when you wet distress this versus just seeing wood. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. Like I said, I'm gonna have a blog post on it too, but so this, I wanted to show you guys step by step. So what I do is I just get a t-shirt, okay? This is just a t-shirt, or they've got bags of rags or whatever at like Lowe's or Menards or whatever, and I just take this and I just cut this baby up. So I'm just gonna cut, and you guys can use old t-shirts. I just bought like a bag of white t-shirts, but you can use your own t-shirts. It doesn't matter. Or rags or whatever. So that's what I use for wet distressing. So I have my mister bottle. You can just use a spray bottle or a mister bottle. The thing with Dixie Belle, and I'm going to get a little bit closer. So the thing with Dixie Belle is it really does well with reactivating to water. Some other paints don't. So that's why I like to use Dixie Belle with my wet distressing. My 2-year-old son is rummaging around here somewhere. Oh, hold on. Gotta help him. Hey! Hey, it's okay. Here. There. There you go. Sorry, his walker was stuck. Lane, do you want to come here and say hi? No, he says no. He's getting tired. Okay, so this is in the navy that is over top of this Blueberry that I sealed. And what we did is I cut just a little piece from the t-shirt. I've got my spray bottle, and then I'm going to show you guys how to do this. So I like to spray it with water also, and I like to have the rag wet, so I'm just going to spray this to get it wet, hence wet distressing. So I'm just going to spray this to reactivate it, And all you do for wet distressing is you take this and you just rub across wherever you want to distress it. Can you guys see that? How it's starting to distress down to the blue. Here, I'm going to turn this light on really quick so you guys can see that. Hopefully that's not too bright. Oops. Do you guys see that? So we're wet distressing in the navy to show the blueberry. Okay. So I'm just going to show you guys some more. And this, you know, a lot of people like wet distressing one because it looks really cool. You know, it's kind of like a peekaboo type thing. It looks super awesome. Plus, you're not putting a lot of the particles in the air with sanding and stuff like that. So, see how it's just distressing really pretty. So, if you can see, it's wet distressing, so you can see the blueberry underneath in the navy. Okay, and then obviously after you're done distressing and you're happy with your wet distressing, then you're going to seal this. Or at least that's what I do. So here's some corners. It's just cool. It's just, I like wet distressing. It's just really cool. It gives you a really, really cool distress look. Plus, you know, a lot of people don't, some people aren't really into like being distressed down to wood anymore. So this gives you like a distressed look. It adds character and dimension to your piece without having to use a sander and worrying about, oh my gosh, is it going to show the color underneath, or am I going to get wood or whatever. And I mean, if you want to show the wood, then you just keep on rubbing and you'll be able to get to the wood. Or if your sealer is really good and it won't, then you just you could take like sandpaper to it to get to the wood. But this wet distressing, like I said, a lot of people use it because then you don't have all the sand particles in the air, and it just shows more dimension, I guess, on a piece. So that is the wet distressing. And then I'm going to show you dry brushing really quick because this will add another dimension to your piece. So this is the Haint Blue by Dixie Belle. Brand new. So you see I'm shaking it up. You want to always make sure you're shaking your stuff. And by the way, I painted mine in the navy on with my Paint Pixie brush. But if you don't already know, she came out with synthetic Paint Pixie brushes. So I have an affiliate link for them, but these are wonderful. So, you know, a lot of people aren't really into the natural bristles, which is what Paint Pixie really came out with at first. And I still love the natural bristles, but her synthetic bristles are really awesome too. And they're made in Italy. So, you know, a lot of companies, they do their synthetic bristles with like their Crex type brushes with bristles from China, and these are not. These are actually from Italy. So they're really nice, high quality brushes. I recommend them. I like them a lot, especially for you synthetic brush lovers. Because I love Klingons too, and these are definitely right up there with them. So, okay, so with the dry brushing, we got, I picked a lighter color. My son is spraying me with a spray bottle. I like to use chip brushes for dry brushing. It's my preference. And so what you're going to do with dry brushing, we're going to open this. This just gives it kind of a cool look. You don't need a lot with dry brushing, hence dry brushing. So I'm going to just dip it in there a little bit, and I'm actually going to take that off. So you just need a little tiny bit. And then I'm actually going to go over here. And I just want to dry brush the corners. So I'm just going to take this, and it's almost like a flick, okay? You see the dry brushing, you know, you get a lot of the streakiness. Uh-oh. Lane, stop it. You're spraying me. My son is spraying me. You can go up and down with it, and it just kind of adds a little bit of character. And then obviously, you know, if you're not if you're not really liking how the dry brushing is looking right there, then it's super easy. You can, like I got some right here and I don't want that there. You can take your brush and we'll wet distress it right there. So it's super easy. And then the dry brushing. And maybe after a while, if you're doing the dry brushing, you want to take, like, I'll take a rag and I'll just kind of get it off so that it stays dry. But after a while, if you're using it, you might have to get a new chip brush just because. So, oh, yeah, he is. Cannon, come here. He's so naughty, Teresa. Oh my gosh. I have two puggles. I have an old man puggle and then I have this guy. Cannon, come here. He's like, no. I'm going to show you guys. Don't mind my garbage. I got to take it out. Look at him. Cannon. Is he still standing there? Look at him. He's so naughty. He is. He's a lot different than my other one. My other one didn't chew stuff up. This guy loves to chew stuff up. Why are you still standing there? Come here. Come here. He's very... Yeah, anyways. That's my other puggle. That's my baby puggle. I'm going to turn this light down because it's blinding me. Okay. So this is kind of what we got going on here. This is where the dry brush was. I did Haint blue. My son is squirting me. Stop it. Stop it. Stop. Wayne. You guys haven't really got to see my son. Look, he's squirting me. And it's okay that he's squirting this piece because we're going to dry brush it. Stop it. So, go spray the dog. No, I'm just kidding. Don't spray the dog. So, anyways, if you don't want this much on there for the dry brushing, then you can always dry brush it with... So sometimes if it's too light, you can go back with the base coat. And what I'm going to show you, this is in the navy right here with the dry brushing. And you can go back and you can dry brush over that. Lane, please stop. Stop it. Stop. And you can dry brush over this. And then that way it'll take some of the lightness away from it. So dry brushing is one of those things that takes kind of a soft hand. So don't get crazy and mad on the brush. But that looks really cool right there. It's some dimension. Yes, Mary, you definitely, I really like Dixie Belle paints because they are super easy to manipulate and work with. See, like, there we go. I didn't want that lightness, so I'm gonna just go over that. Or if like if you distress an area that you don't want if you wet distress an area that you don't want wet distress, then you can just paint right back over it. So it's super easy to fix. But let me try to get closer. I'm gonna take my phone out of here. I'll try to get closer. Hi guys. Sorry, I'm trying to. The baby is being naughty. So. We've got some dry brushing going on with some wet distressing right here. And I just wanted to show you guys how to do it. So it's just a technique that you can use on your pieces. And it just adds depth and character. You might question it at first. Like a lot of times when I work on pieces. Hi. When I work on pieces, I am like, oh my gosh, this is terrible. Until you get to the final product, and then, you know, I don't know if that happens to you guys. It happens to me a lot. So anyways, so this piece, like I said, is in the navy with blueberry, and I'm going to be doing a blog post on it and going over the steps again, and I will be posting final pictures and stuff in my blog. So stay tuned for that. I just wanted to do a quick little tutorial for you guys since a lot of people have been asking me about wet distressing. So have a good day. It's Labor Day weekend here in America, and a lot of people have off, and so have a good weekend. And here he is. Cannon. Cannon. What are you doing? Do you guys see his teeth? I'm going to show you his teeth. Show them your underbite. Oh. Look at him. Look at him. Oh, here's the baby. What are you doing? There's the baby. Yeah, is that your buddy? Yeah, they're naughty together. Anyways, guys, have a good weekend, and if you have any questions, shoot me a message.